Welcome back to another video. So in my last video I explained why I took this sell position, even though when you look on the daily time frame, pound JPY is moving in an uptrend whereby we have to be looking for buying opportunities. So you can see that pound JPY is moving in an uptrend. We have to be looking for buying opportunities, but I decided to take a sell at some point depending on what I was seeing. So I've already explained that in my previous video. If you've not watched that, the link is just up here. You can click on it and watch that video as well, and I can bet that you are going to learn a lot from that video. Now if you're not part of my Telegram channel, click on the link in the description and join the Telegram channel for free, because I drop a lot of nuggets in the Telegram channel. Now when price is moving in an uptrend and you begin to see this kind of double top in an uptrend, then it's possible that price would begin reversing to the downside. And when you see a double bottom in a downtrend, then you should know that we should be looking at price trying to reverse to the upside. So that was the reason why I decided to take the sell, which was this analysis. Now this is the daily time frame. We've now hit our point of value, which is at this point. So let's move to the 4-hour time frame. You can see we've already gotten to our point of value, and you can see this huge engulfing candlestick. So I took another trade right after seeing this huge engulfing candlestick. So I waited for a pullback to this zone, which is our supply zone. So this is how the market is. You need to open your eyes. You really need to open your eyes, because these are just some small things you would have to learn. Now any beginner trader or any trader who sees this immediately would like to enter from here, because this huge candlestick is a buy candlestick, telling us that the buyers are coming into the market because it has engulfed the bearish candlestick. But at this point, unless of course you are trading on the higher time frame whereby your SL will be a little below, but when you're trading on the lower time frame like 4 hour, the 1 hour, then you would have to look for price coming back. So this is one of the trades I took. Right, you can see that is the result right there. I took this trade and also gave it out to my community members, so we ended up taking our profit here. So we would have to wait for price to come back to this zone. So we are going to sell. We will sell to buy. So we are selling here, then we can now continue the buying from this point, since we are in our point of value. So now let's look at the reaction of price. So you can see that price has entered into our point of value, or our demand zone that we were expecting. So you can see nicely price has entered into that zone. Now what is the next move for pound JPY? Now at this point, when you look at this point, you can see that I was expecting price to get here. That is the last video I talked about. I was expecting price to get into this zone for me to continue buying, because we also have the trend line here, and we also have this support, then resistance or support at this point. Now even though I was waiting here to buy, price came back, broke to the downside. We had a retest which has also formed the double top before the fall to the downside. So what is going to happen is that at this point we are going to get price coming back to this zone. That is the next move I'm seeing on pound JPY. So it's possible that price will come back to this zone. You can see this zone right here. Let me draw it as a zone. This zone which is falling here. So it's possible that price will come back. So we would have a little pullback to the zone again to fill this week here. Then this week here. Then we would have price moving like this. We would have price moving back to this zone. Then now back here. Let me just do this very small for you to see. So this is some of the possible things I am seeing on pound JPY this week. So we are going to expect price to move to this zone here. Then we will now have a break towards the downside, a pullback, then we can now continue moving to the downside. So this is some of the possible things that could happen on pound JPY this week. So like I said, on the daily time frame, since we have a double top, that is going to confirm our bearish move to the downside, which is telling us that the trend is almost changing. That is why I am looking at this sell. Aside that, the next thing that could happen on pound JPY is that we are going to get a buy straight to this point. So we are going to have something like this. at this point, right back into this zone. Then we can now look for the next step for pound JPY. So like I always say, this is my favorite pair. My favorite pair is pound JPY. So anytime I'm doing any analysis on pound JPY, I am so much confident in it. Now, thank you for watching this video. I hope you've learned something new, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.